Trump sanctions have swift impact, but will world stop buying Russian oil and gas? Donald Trump's stated mission to broker peace in Ukraine could come down to this simple question: can the U.S. president convince the world to stop buying Russia's fossil fuels? Last week, Trump imposed sanctions on Russia's two largest oil companies, Rosneft and Lukoil, in an effort to damage Moscow's ability to fund its war machine. Tom Kyatinge, the founding director of the Center for Finance and Security, CFS, at the defense think tank RUSI, said, "The U.S. has been more effective in 24 hours than the EU has been in the last 6 months." Trump is willing to say what many others are too timid or too diplomatic to say out loud. For the longest time people have been calling for Trump to pull out the sanctions hammer. It could be very significant. The sanctions mean companies buying Russian oil risk losing access to the dollar-based financial system. This could have particularly large consequences for India and China, which have emerged as the largest importers of Russian oil and gas since the Kremlin's full-scale invasion of Ukraine more than 3.5 years ago. The impact has been swift. Within hours, the sanctions had triggered a 6% rise in the global oil price, and reports were emerging of an immediate pause of Russian oil deliveries to the biggest refineries in India, Moscow's biggest crude customer, and to China's biggest state-owned oil companies. Luke Wickenden, an analyst at the Center for Research on Energy and Clean Air, CRE, said a significant decline in Asia's fossil fuel imports would be devastating for the Kremlin's export revenues. Between January and September this year, 86% of Russia's crude oil exports, including pipeline deliveries, went to China and India. If Moscow lost access to these markets, it could forfeit approximately $7.4 billion in monthly revenue, translating to roughly $3.6 billion in tax receipts per month flowing directly into the Kremlin's war chest, Wickenden said. There is some hope, however. In September, Russian crude imports by India's state-owned refineries dropped to their lowest levels since May 2022, falling by 38% month-on-month.